Hey guys, hello. This is me Ritish Hegde, and today I will be presenting my first ever GraphCAD tutorial. So basically today I will be making one wall clock, basically a wall clock which is in a home. So starting with my introduction, I am a Bachelor of Engineering student. I am pursuing my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from KLE Technological University. And so the software which I will be using for this particular model will be Autodesk Inventor. So let's start. So as you can see on the screen, the interface of Autodesk Inventor. So here you can also see my other works. Recently I have done a wheel loader model, which you can also see in my LinkedIn profile or Instagram profile, which I will be mentioning at the end. Okay, then let's start with the wall clock work. So we will start with our work by clicking the part button. So as soon as we tap there, we can see the interface of Autodesk Inventor. So here we will be having various tools like extrude, revolve, hole, fillet. So we will all be exploring it later on, starting with the sketch. So here the planes are visible. Is taking the front plane. We will draw a center rectangle. So basically there are various types of rectangles in Autodesk Inventor. Center rectangle, 3-point rectangle, then 2-point rectangle. Those all are used as per the requirement. So we'll now use the center rectangle. We will draw a rectangle of dimension 30 cross 30. The dimensions are taken in millimeter. So yeah, we have set the dimension 30 cross 30. Once the dimensions are set, we can then go for we will add fillet option here too. We'll add a fillet around 5 mm. We will add fillet to all 4 edges. So once we have added the fillet, we will extrude it up to 5 mm, 5 to 6 mm. So once we will have extruded the model, we are then free to add fillet to it. We'll add fillet around 3.9, 3.7 mm. The basic motto to add the fillet is that we have in a model similar to it, and we have to leave some space behind, so we will not add complete fillet to it. After adding the fillet, you will be able to see a small rectangle, a square, center point square, which will be created at the another part of fillet. So start to sketch on it. Once we start, we want to project the geometry. So after projecting the geometry, extrude, cut it. So cut it around 3 mm. The intention behind cutting is that we need to add our dial clocks into it, like second hand or long hand, short hand, and all those things. Yeah, this is a basic frame for the clock, and next we will be adding all those other things into it. Yeah. Now selecting the inside surface of the wall clock, we will be able to watch a center point which is formed inside it. So again we need to select it for various purpose. Before that, we will derive our image of the main wall clock. So it's quite big in size. We will scale down it to our required size. Once we will compare it with the model one which is created, and once we are satisfied, we will then take it to another direction. So we'll still scale down it. Here we can see that it almost fits, or it's quite short than the model which is made. So again we will somewhat extend it. Okay, now it seems good. Once it fits the frame, we will then take it outer. Since we need to make the digits inside it like 12, 3, 6, 9 according to it, so we will use it as reference starting with the number 12. So there you can see that one is basically a rectangle. Again, taking the center point rectangle, we will draw one center rectangle. Then we will add our or we will design our number digit 2. So basically we will add a arc and then one more arc which will be tangent to the both. Yeah, we have added the arc to it. Then we will make the tangent. So this is the tangent tool we will be using for the operation. Now try to offset, but it will not match the shape, so we will let it down the same way. Then again we will draw one line which will be parallel to the above line, and the same procedure will follow. Here we will be drawing one line instead of arc. Again we will be drawing one more curve which will be tangent to both. Then one more curve to add the front face of the number 2. So 2 arcs we will be drawing to it. Make tangent to the lines. After making the tangency, we will take one more arc and finish the upper end. So here we complete our number 2. Again we will add the tangent relation to the right part. Yeah, so once we have done, we will now come to the below part. We will take a rectangle, we will take one more arc. So here no need to care about the dimensions, just we will be drawing a rough figure which will later on look similar to the original ones, and no need to worry about dimensions. Again one more similar kind of rectangle we will be drawing, and then you can see that it's not in the collinear manner. So if we try to do that, it will distort the shape, so better to delete it. Then we will extend it collinear manner. Okay, once we have extended it, we will use the extend option to, yeah, now it seems good. So we can see that the both are intersecting, and then we will trim off the more portions. Now next we will add fillet using the fillet command. So we can see that the lines are different, so it will not be forming. The fillet angle is too much to add. One will be a very big figure. So taking the above line and the below line and adding fillet around 0.1 to 0.2 mm. 0.5 mm will also be fine. Okay, this looks good. Now remove the extra overline. 0.1 to 0.2 mm will be fine for it. And we can see that our number 2 is also ready. Now we will add fillets to the center rectangle, which is basically our number 1. So once we have done with it, we are now done with the number 1 and digits 1 and 2. Now let's move on to digit 3. So moving towards the next digit, here we will be again using so many arcs and center rectangles to draw the figure. So yes, we have started with the line. Then we will be drawing some arcs. Center line just to mirror the part, rough center line. need not to be exactly center. As I told you, here we need not to worry about the dimensions. Now taking center rectangle, normal 2 point rectangle, we will be drawing the middle part of the number 3. Now we will be drawing an arc which will be again tangent to above and below line. As you can see, we have done just now. Again making the tangencies below. So deleting the mirrored line, as it hasn't helped, its work is finished. Yes, so here we complete our half portion of number 3. Now just we need to mirror it. So trim the extra portion which has appeared, since it will cause further complications during extrusion operation. So just mirror the part, mirror it along this line which we have drawn. Yes, once we have done, we can see that it almost looks similar to the one which is in the picture. Now we will add a few more things like fillet. We will add some fillets to it. Again here also same 0.1 or 0.2 will be fine. Yeah, here we can see that we have completed our number 3 digit. Now again we will add a fillet to the end. Yeah, here 0.1 will be fine. Now coming to digit 6 and 9, so we need to draw only one. Here one more feature we will be using, that is rotate feature, to rotate the digit. Like if we draw 6 and if we rotate about its center, then it will be digit 9. So there is a feature called rotate. We can see it above in the modify panel. Once we draw any one of the digit, we can rotate it along its axis and it will form the another digit. So starting with the center rectangle, we'll draw the center hole of number 6 and then offset it. And then drawing the above portion of number 6. Later we will have a fillet to it. Yes, we have completed our digit 6. Now trimming the middle portion. Now just we need to add fillets to it and we will be completing our digits. So here also as the 6th number is quite big, we will be having a big figure around 0.5. Rest all 0.1, 0.2 are enough. So at that portion we will be having fillet around 0.1 or 0.2. So as you can see that it doesn't match our given shape, so again we need to redimension the features. Again what we will do is we will just draw one line and we will have an arc to it. So we will have fillet around 0.3, 0.2 will be fine again. So yes, after having fillet to it, it looks pretty much similar to the given digit. It's 0.4. Below we will having 0.7. So as I told, here the digits related to 0.5 means nearer to that will help us to achieve the exact figure. So again there is again a portion appearing, we will trim it off. Having one more feature to fillet, so here we will be having fillet of around 0.2. Okay, great. Point 1. So after having these modifications, now just we will copy the figure and we will have it slightly above. We will select one point to move it. So copy the figure and we will move it. So we can see that with the figure, with the our digit, the figure is also moving. So deleting the figure will not affect our project. So now we will rotate. As I told you before, there is a command called rotate where we can rotate our figure. We will be using it. So we will select the digit and we'll select one point. So yes, we can see that the figure which we selected gets rotated. Better to have it slightly above, since we can see that the figures are meshing in the given picture. So we can see that 9 and 6 are meshing. It will cause some complications while we move or copy the figure. So better to have it with some gap. So we will move it. Now we can see that the number 6 is also selected. So selecting control and left clicking, we can take it out. Okay, so there we will be having one, or later we will be having one point to fix it properly. And now we can remove the 9 digit which we created below, as we have taken it slightly left above. Now once we have done with all these figures, we can then now moving these figures to their appropriate place. Now here we have a perfect point to move them. Like we can see, there is a point between 1 and 2 which I will be selecting to move it. Yes. Okay, I have attached it to the midpoint of the above line. Again moving the number 3. Yes, we have also moved number 3. Now moving the digit 6. Okay, we have also moved the digit 6. Now moving the digit 9. So here we can see that the number was meshing with the below. So what we will do is we will slightly shift the point to below. Okay, now we will move the figure. We'll select one point. Yes. Here there is some problem with the selection. So again we will cancel it out and reselect the model and move it. Yes. Yeah, we have fixed it at the right point, and here we can see that it's not meshing with the below frame. Now moving the digit 9, selecting it and select the point. Yeah, so here we can see that we have fixed all the digits. Once we have done with it, we need to extrude them. Extruding up to 0.1 or 0.2 mm will be fine, or extrude it up to 0.4 mm. So yes, after extruding all those figures for up to around 0.3 mm, we can have them quick glance on it. So now it might be looking somewhat distorted, but once we add other figures too, then we can have a good glance. Now adding fillets to it, if you have extruded around point like 5 to 0.6 to 0.7 mm, then you can add a fillet for up to 0.4 or 0.3 mm. It will really look great and will have the realistic kind of look. So here it's cutting, hence it's showing red figure. Again the same, yeah, after adding the fillet you can exit. So here is our figure. Once we are done with it, next we will be moving towards adding other digits, like we have represent other numbers like 1 2 with rectangles. So we will do that. So selecting again the center path, we can, what we will do is, here we will draw some lines and we will just mirror it off to one another, and it will really save your much time and it will create the required figures. So I will be telling you how to do. Just select the arc point which at the frame, we will be getting its center point. Now join it with the other center point of the arc. Yeah, now do one thing, choose the circular option, and after choosing it, we just need to rotate it around its axis for about 15 degrees to both the sides. So one side is enough, we will mirror it on the other side by choosing the center line as mirror line. Yes, we have mirrored the component. Now deleting the center line which we have made. Now choosing 3-point rectangle. So the speciality of 3-point rectangle is that we can add a height as much as we want, and we can draw a rectangle at any angle we want to draw it. So taking the rectangle and giving it some height around, the main dimension is around 6 mm, or we can take it as much parallel to the number digit 1 which we have made at its parallelly, and giving height around 0.3 to 0.2 mm. It will be fine. Again here it's dimensionless, so we can see that the length is 60 actually, sorry, it's degree. The length is 3 mm and height is 0.35. Again mirroring it by center. Now we will mirror the whole rectangle by the line. Yeah, once we have mirrored it, we can now delete the center line too. Yes, once we have done with it, we are now free to do it by other sides too. Just we need to draw one vertical and one horizontal line, and mirroring it, first we need to mirror it on the upward side. So just choose the both figures, then select the center line and then add above part. Now selecting all those upward rectangles and mirroring it by the horizontal line. Yes, we will be getting all the figures. So by that we will be getting our all these things. Now again selecting them individually and extruding. Once we have extruded, then we will add a fillet to them, same as we did previously. So here we can select those rectangles too directly, but due to some meshing problem here we cannot select the entire rectangle. We will be selecting them individually, the lines. Okay, once we have done with it, then we will add colors to it, which will look good. Yeah, we can see that our overall wireframe of our clock is ready, or frame of our clock is ready. Now adding golden frame color, selecting all them, selecting the color tab, and add a gold frame color, and then adding the same to the edges, filleted edges of the frame of the clock. Before that, we'll do one thing. We will add holes to the filleted edges. Just what we will do is we will project the geometry and we will offset it by some distance, like the center, or we can take 1.5 the distance. Then we will select two circles, around 1.2 or 1.7, slightly decreasing the number 0.4, then taking one more or mirroring it by the line itself. Yes, we will be getting a one more circle. So again, doing the same, we will draw one horizontal and one vertical line. We will be getting our all four edges with those circles. These circles are basically the holes which are drilled. Basically, they are a part of our aesthetics to the watch, to the clock. Selecting all those four above edges and then mirroring it by the horizontal line. So here we can see that all those four holes are now ready. Now we can delete the projected geometry. Now just extrude cut all those four holes up to the end, or we will have one figure 11.7. It will be perfect for yes. We have drilled our hole to the wireframe. Yes, we have drilled our holes to it. Now we will add our colors. We will add a snow color to the center one and golden plated colors to our digits. We will add a walnut color to the frames, walnut polished color, which will be somewhat similar to our real model. So selecting walnut polished color in the inventor and gold metal color to the frame ends. Yes. So adding snow color to the center. Here it's not walnut polished, so we will again change it, add walnut polished. Yeah, so now it looks somewhat similar to our real model. Now adding gloss black color to the rest of the things. Just select gloss black and the rest of the figures which are colorless will get the gloss black color. We can see that. So here we can also see that the portion between digit 6 and digit 9 are also get black color. We will select them and we will change them to snow so that it looks perfect. And here our frame is ready. Now we are ready to move towards our next work, that is to make seconds hand, long hand, short hand, whatever. So we are free to move towards that particular thing. Yeah. Now here we can see that we are making our long hand. So here we will be selecting the option called slot, which will be available at the rectangle command tool. So giving it a height of 9 mm and giving the circle radius as 0.4 mm, offset it by the distance of again around 0.1 mm, it will be fine, 0.1 mm offset, and then extrude it, adding one circle to the left hand, which will help us to hold the hand. Now adding one more slot, which will be the tip point for the hand. You can take it randomly by just by correlating it with the big hand. You will get to know the exact number. Yes, it's 0.5 and 0.1. Don't need to offset it since we are completely extruding the part. Once we are done with it, then we can extrude. Not much, like around 0.1 to 0.2 mm will be fine, since it's just to indicate the timings. Once we select one face, like if we take it towards the front end, then we need to extrude the circular part towards the back end. We need to reproject the sketch, and once the sketch is projected, we will extrude it towards the backwards. Yeah, we have projected towards the backwards. Now we are done with our long hand. We'll save the part with the same name. We will give it gloss black color, so it really looks good. After doing it, we can save it by the name long hand. Yes. Now coming towards the short hand of the clock, again here the same things, just instead of 9 mm we will be taking 6 mm. Rest all operations are same, which we did for the long hand. 6 mm and 0.4 mm, again offsetting it by 0.1 mm and extruding 0.3 mm. We will be getting our short hand for the clock. Again we will draw one small slot at the end of the clock just to indicate the digits. Once we draw the the tip at the clock, we need to coincide with the center point at the right side. So again giving 0.5 as some distance and coinciding it with the right circular center point. Okay, we have coincided at the point. Now we need to trim the exact portions. We can see that it has slightly moved down, so pressing Ctrl Z will reback to its position. And now trimming of the unwanted regions. So again we have done something mistake, so we need to again press the control Z, and just we need to remove the line part which has come in between these two circles. Yes, that's enough. And once we are done with it, we just need to extrude our circle or our slot. 0.3 mm is enough, as we did it in previous one. So after extruding, we need to again edit the sketch since we forget to draw the circle. Okay, after adding the circle, we need to extrude it in the opposite direction. Yes, extrude it in the opposite direction around again 0.1 0.2 mm, whichever looks good, since we will be having enough space to add another things too. Once we are done with it, we will be having we'll save the part as shorthand, and then we will give it the same gloss black color. Now we will be going towards the seconds hand, sorry. So basically the seconds hand, it will be slightly different from the other hand. It will be basically same as the slot. It will not offset here. Again, selecting the front plane, selecting the rectangular hand option. So here also we need to reconsider the dimensions, like the length will be 7 mm and the height will be 0.25 mm. Mirroring it by the center line, yes, it's enough. Now add some fillets at the end. I'll be saving it shortly. Before that, we will add a slot similar to the previous one, 0.5 mm and 0.25 mm radius. 0.25 mm radius, 1.5 mm length. Then adding some fillets, trimming off the extra portion which is coming in between. Now having fillet around in 0.1 mm or 0.2 mm will be enough. Okay, so once when we are done with it, then we are again free to extrude it around 0.3 mm. 0.1, 0.2 or 0.3 mm is enough. Again we forgot to draw the circle, which we will be doing in the later part. Edit sketch, draw one circle which will be somewhat relative for the seconds hand. 0.75 is the radius. Extrude it. Yeah, it looks good now. I'm adding color, or first of all saving the file seconds hand. Add a color of gloss black. Then we are free to save our part. Now going towards the last part of our design, that is the glass frame which will be adding to the clock. Now select the front plane. Again we will select the center rectangle, and as I have measured the dimension, it's 26.235. So adding that dimension to both the things, 26 24.5 to 6, sorry, 24.5 to 6 to both those edges. Now adding fillet around again 0.3 to 0.4 mm. Sorry, basically it's I guess more. Can add a fillet as per the frame or the edge we will be having at the exact thing. Now extrude it around again 0.4 mm, 0.4 to 0.5 mm, and change its material to glass. So once we select the glass material, we are again done with our glass part. So it's one of the shortest part we'll be making in our model. So once we are done with the model, you can save the file, and we will next move towards our animation or assembly and then animation. Now again coming back toward the main interface of our clock or our Autodesk Inventor, we can see the assembly option there. We need to select it. Selecting the assembly option, we will get a option called place, where we need to add our parts which we made. First we'll add our main clock, then we will add our seconds hand, long hand, short hand, and glass. And last part is our glass, so we will be adding our glass. Yes, now we are done. So we can see that our clock is tilted, so first we need to fix it. Select the XY plane of the clock and select the main XZ plane control, and then add constraint so it will get perfectly parallel to the plane, and it's the exact position of our clock. Now just ground the clock so that it doesn't move. Now adding the other things like seconds hand, long hand, and short hand. Selecting the center of the circle, and again selecting here the main center of the circle. Here we can see that our short hand rotates. Now doing the same with our sorry, actually it was the long hand. Now we will be selecting the short hand. Once we are done with our animation or fixtures, then we will add our clock. We will fix our clock there. We'll just offset it. Oh, we can see that it doesn't fix properly, so we'll again select it from front plane. We will select it by center. Here we can see that our glass is also fixed properly, but we need to define it some good distance, so offset it around again 0.4 or 0.5 mm. 0.4 or 0.5 mm is exact, it's fine. Yes, now it seems good. Okay, now we are done with the model. We can see that it's actually similar to the model, the real life model. So now animating the seconds hand. So we will give a delay of 1 second. So we have given the delay of 1 second, but we can see that it actually doesn't complete the 5 second tenure in the given period, or it's having a low degree of rotation. So we need to increase the degrees of rotation to it. We will have some iterations. So after having the iterations, we came to know that 6 degrees is perfect. So after giving 6 degrees, and yes, now it rotates good. Actually it's rotating wrong way, anti-clockwise, but yes, we will now again select it clockwise. Yes, now it and now it looks good. Again, we can do many things in this model, like I haven't added other minutes notation in it. We can do that, and it's basically Recon company quartz clock, so we can add that things too. It will really make the model fantastic. This is just a tutorial, so I haven't added much things to it. Again, we can further go for rendering and all those things, so I will show you rendering in the latter part, so how it really looks, and hope that you like this video, and I will be adding other same tutorials in the upcoming part. Thank you so much.